Hello everybody, this is Berg back coming to you with another StarCraft 2 commentary. In today's matchup we'll have Dimaga spawning as the red Zerg, and his opponent will be duckloadRa, or better known as WhiteRa, in the StarCraft 2 community, spawning as the blue Protoss. Of course, this is on Scrap Station, a wonderful 1v1 map, and this is for the StarCraft 2 one-on-one Home Story Cup with the ESL. So really great players here. WhiteRa, a phenomenal Protoss player, just starting out here, just getting his regular build order, you know, of course, with the pylon and blah blah blah, of course, but starting to send out that probe. And Dimaga here, a pro Zerg player from the European circuit, as we start out here, starting to send out his Overlord across the map just to get a nice view early on of WhiteRa and what he's doing inside of his base. And we do see this probe just starting to go around and get ready to see what Dimaga's up to. We do see that 14 pool here now getting ready to be made, getting ready to be finished here, as we'll probably see him go into a standard gas and spawning pool build. And on the other side, we do have the WhiteRa coming up here with a gateway right at the gate, just going to make this choke point a little smaller than it should be, you know, just to try and block out some Zerglings from coming in early on. And it looks like WhiteRa just bringing up his probe here just to get in there and stop an early expander, or notice when the early expansion is coming in. And yeah, we do see that spawning pool coming in here with that extractor. Gonna start getting up his resources, the gas, as fast as possible. Gonna go for that metabolic boost probably. And again, Dimaga just getting his vision up here to see what's going on without anything to attack him. We do have that assimilator coming down, starting to get gas as well, so we'll probably see WhiteRa go for some tech here, or just, yeah, with this cybernetics core, sorry, getting that warp gate technology. And you see that nice small openness here to not allow any kind of Zergling attacks, as we'll probably, yeah, there goes the Zealot, gonna just bring that in, put that on hold, and just keep anything from going in WhiteRa's base as we move on here. And of course, it looks like Dimaga, just scouting this out, we'll see that WhiteRa is starting to go out of his expansion area, as two Zerglings coming in, one splitting off and going to be going against that probe, the other one just coming up and getting ready to go after that probe as well, as Dimaga going for his fast expand. The Queen is up, getting that larvae out, and just still chugging away here at that one gas, and a lot of harvesters there for the minerals. As it looks like this probe starting to run away. It does have 5 HP left with 1 shield. Oh, down to 1 HP. Will it make it home? I'm guessing not. I'm betting not, at least anyway. As we do, yeah, there it goes. It is down, and 1 stalker up here getting ready just to do some damage to these Zerglings, as it looks like forcing Dimaga just to retreat a little bit from the stalker, and just forcing WhiteRa to get out of his safety comfort zone with this 1 stalker. We do see down here that the Overlord, or up here rather, this Overlord just getting pushed out a little bit, knowing that Stalker was going to be there. Warp Gate halfway through, and we are getting a sentry in here as well to help defend this area with this Zealot. We do see a bunch of Zerglings now coming around, going to try and get around that Stalker. Yeah, that surround is going to happen. That Stalker's not going to last long, as it just goes down. And this hatchery almost done for Dimaga, and we'll start seeing his income increase exponentially, as we do have a Roach Warren coming down as well. Going to go for that heavy ground army early on, it looks like, and start the push out with Roaches and Zerglings, which is a really good move, as we do have Zerglings coming up into WhiteRa's area now, going for the base. Gonna try, oh, that sentry pushing back just a little bit here, as we are moving up, and gonna try and go in again. Warp Gate is now down, so we'll probably see oh, we can see another sentry coming down, and another sentry. So we do have 2 gateways here, going for a 3rd one, and as we go on, we look at the income tab. We do see that Dimaga is ahead by a little bit now, going up to that 1,000 mark. Of course, he does have 2 saturated bases here, and he is building up with that larvae. just going up as we have more as these Zerglings are again just coming up to test the water, see what's going on. As we do have 2 Stalkers come up into the mix, going to get ready to push out with a good bunch of sentries here. Going to have a nice little mix. He is pushing out, of course, bringing down a pylon. Going to start getting ready to push out. Coming up to this expansion, just seeing if anything's there that he should be worrying about. And again, going for that expansion. Really good move here by WhiteRa. He's pushing out, knows he's going to be safe for a little bit here as he's moving forward. Says, you know what, we're going to put an expansion down, we're going to get ready, and we're going to get going. And that's a great play because he knows he's going to be safe. That expansion will be able to go up, and he'll just be able to go from there. We got a forge coming down here now, so he's going to block this off just a little bit, just to help save any kind of rush that Dimaga may have bringing in. And again, that hatchery is down, and we're just going to go back and forth, it looks like, here for WhiteRa as he's getting ready to just bolster up his forces a little bit. Oh, there it is. There's that hatchery. In the main, he's building another hatchery. I've just started seeing this happen a lot more often, where we're seeing another hatchery being built up in the main just to be able to get more units out at a time. And again, building a nice little pylon up here away from his expansion, just going to be able to bring in some forces down here if necessary. Really nice play there by WhiteRa, just to be able to bring his forces out faster and quicker in a closer vicinity to his enemy's base. Again, we're now bringing down that upgrade level 1 to ground weapons, and this one Zergling looks like he's just bringing out a little scouting Zergling. Going to see what's going on with WhiteRa, as he does just come out a little bit. I would have just kept him down at this tower. Surprising he didn't bring that to the tower just to get a little bit more vision. We do see a nice composition here between, for Dimaga, of roaches and Zerglings. Trying to get the surround with the Zerglings, getting a nice little bit of range there with these tanked roaches as we move on. And of course, I wonder what Dimaga can see. He doesn't really see much. He does see that one pylon down there. He knows there's something down there. Doesn't know exactly what. We do have another pylon, just making this choke point a little bit smaller. And it looks like Dimaga going down for this expansion as well. Doesn't see a whole lot going on. He does have control of both. Oh, no. WhiteRa does have control of this bottom tower. Doesn't see anything happening down here. And it looks like, of course, Dimaga having control of this tower here. So they're both sharing control of the middle of the map. They just don't know it yet. As Dimaga just getting in there and working this expansion as well. It's almost up, almost ready to go. I'm surprised Dimaga doesn't push down here a little bit just to protect this expansion if WhiteRa decides to come out. We do have some observers going to start coming out here for WhiteRa. He's going to try and get some kind of vision out on the field. Do have a lot of gateways out now, and we do have a Twilight Council, so we're probably going to see Blink Stalkers come out. Especially with the composition that WhiteRa has now, we're probably going to see some Blink Stalkers being made here just to get that done, especially with this composition. We'll probably see some nice use of Blink if we have the time for it. Of course, we are going to see a big attack here. Nice use of force fields, blocking off some of them, and we do... Oh, look at this. Nice use of Burrow, going underneath the force fields, forcing Dimaga to go underground to get around this. Of course, Dimaga having that rapid regeneration underground, this is kind of a good and bad thing for WhiteRa as he has to retreat. But again, really nice use of those force fields, being able to put him up and forcing Dimaga to have to go underground, not do any damage to WhiteRa's units, and enabling WhiteRa to retreat pretty fast there. And we do have WhiteRa coming out with his observer, does see all these roaches. We got a lot of roaches here. Wow. Just on the field, we do have, let's see, 106 compared to the 113 of Dimaga. And it looks like WhiteRa is starting to get ready to push out here. Does take out one mob as he is bringing in more Stalkers. So it's a lot of Stalkers. Of course, that Twilight Council up, but not researching Blink. We do have some Hydralisks now coming out for Dimaga, as we do have a nice encounter coming up here. A really nice concave here for WhiteRa, as he is forcing out. And of course, this Observer up here easily helping him take out the remaining roaches that were down there, as we are starting to run away, of course, on the creep, getting that nice little advantage, taking out all of these drones, and going to be taking down this hatchery, blocking off the units from trying to get through. And of course, WhiteRa just setting up that observer just to get a nice little sneak peek of when those roaches decide to come down. And attack, but it doesn't look like at all that Dimaga is doing so. He's just trying to back up, bolster his forces with those Hydras, and taking down the creep tumors as he's going on, just to slow him down as he goes up into Dimaga's base. So again, really nice use of the Guardian Shield here, putting the force fields down, trying to split up these Hydras as he goes, of course, because they can't burrow and go around. Again, bring up these Guardian Shields as we see having a nice lineup here going against these clumped up Hydras, and it looks like we may have advantage here to WhiteRa as we go on here, but it looks like these Hydras also picking off one by one, going against these Stalkers. Oh, I could be wrong here, but now it looks like WhiteRa is at a disadvantage as he's oh, but we might not be, as WhiteRa bringing up more Stalkers into the field, starting to go after, and we do have that one Immortal still alive here as WhiteRa starting to pull back. We do have more Hydras coming into the field for Dimaga, bringing him some more Zerglings, going to try and get surrounded, as we do have units coming in to this expansion, trying to guard this expansion from out. We do have some Photon Cannons trying to get up here in time to help save this expansion, going after that pylon inside the Dimaga tower, and just pulling back again, and now coming into the fold here together between these Zerglings and Hydras. We're not doing any more well, we do have some more Roaches coming in here. I'm sorry, I lied. We do have some Roaches coming in, but it looks mostly Hydras, Zerglings here as we start building up. We do have some Zealots into the field now, trying to do what they can against these Zerglings, and two already taken out, as it looks like these Stalkers, more Stalkers coming into the field. Photon Cannons now into the mix, but of course they're not being activated because they're not close enough to the field. A vision for them, as these Stalkers do have a nice concavity on the oh yeah, here we go, Dimaga GGing and stopping here at game 1. So we will go on we will be going on to game number 2 here. Really nicely played game from both sides. I thought that WhiteRa was going to have it right up here with those Stalkers, but those Hydras just showing their numbers and just taking down all those Stalkers, forcing WhiteRa back, but being able to bring up a line of more Stalkers with some Zealots just to force the hand of Dimaga, and that's that. So really well played game here, and I'll see you guys for game number 2.